Okay, so in this video, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you again how to change a background, how to make a photo a little bit more interesting, especially if it's a landscape one, especially if it's of buildings and it's just a dull day. Today I took a photo, exposure-wise, this is almost an impossible photo to have the exact exposure for. If you have it a low exposure for the sky, then the buildings are just horrible and grey. If you have it a high exposure, then the sky is totally blown out. However, what we want, whenever I was shooting this, I was going, I want the sky to be blown out because I'm going to be getting rid of that sky. So I'll just put that back to where it was. However, maybe I'll put it up a little bit higher, just so more of that bit's taken away. However, what I do want to do is I want to change the warmth and everything, because this, at the moment, this building just, because this is the building which I was taking the photo of, this building just looks a bit grey, a bit horrible, a bit rainy day. So I'm going to increase the colour temperature of that up to around about 6,000. Okay, that's a little bit better. And then I'm going to bring in a pile of fill light, a little bit of contrast, a little bit of vibrancy, a little bit of clarity up. So just now that looks like a kind of warmer looking, slightly brighter. Let's bring up the brightness just a touch, because the brightness is more the mid-tones area around here. So brightness up and everything. So that looks a little bit better. So now here's how I try and make that a more interesting image. So what I'll do is I'll just save that. And using the free photo editing software called Gimp, I now have the ability to do a little bit of stuff which is a bit like Photoshop in the image. I can add layers, I can add layer masks, I can take stuff away and all that stuff. So I'll just show you my workflow here. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of this sky, but I do it a little bit of an odd way. First of all, I'm going to open up the sky background image, which is actually this shot here. Again, this, as you can see, this is a day where the sun was actually behind a cloud behind me, but it's there's no shadows really being cast. So we've got a lovely blue, slightly cloudy sky, blue and puffy clouds, which is good, and it's just this area that I'm wanting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that photo from the layer tablet here and drop it onto this image. Okay, it's a little bit smaller, I'll just resize it. Okay, so that's it substantially made bigger. What I'll do is I'll just bring it below so we can see the original image. Okay, so that's the original image. If we were to bring the opacity of the original image down, we can see the sky is covering all the area that we'll want to. But how do we get it so that we take away this white sky? Well, simply up here, we've got the fuzzy selector tool. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'll click on an area of white in here. And it looks like it's pretty much selected everything apart from this tiny corner here. So if I want to add more, whoops. If I want to add more, I just press down Control. Cool, okay, so that's all you can see the little ants walking around the building there. That's looking absolutely fine. So what I'll do from here, I just go invert, so it's actually selected not the sky, but the buildings. And then again, I go from select, I go float, and then I'll just make that a new layer. So now what there is there's a layer which is just these buildings, and what we'll do is if we add in the sky picture, bingo, done. I think that's pretty much all that's needed. So from there I could probably change some of the colours, some of the brightness, some of the levels and curves and all that kind of stuff. Might just bring the slightly bring up the, do I want to do much of the building? Maybe not. Maybe it's just fine as it is. But yeah, I say that pretty much works. So that's all you need to do if you're wanting to replace the sky and make it a bit of a nicer looking photo. So there you go, that was A and that was B. Hope that helps. Cheers, bye bye.